The Young and the Restless spoilers. Tuesday, full December 10th. The Shadow of Vengeance, Sharon, Kyle, and the Web of Deceit. Genoa City is no stranger to drama and intrigue, but the events that have recently unfolded have taken a dark turn, one that has left everyone questioning their loyalties, motivations, and the very people they thought they could trust. At the center of it all is Sharon Newman, whose life has been turned upside down by an invisible enemy. As her health deteriorates due to the poisonous substance secretly introduced into her medication, Sharon begins to realize that someone with a deep grudge against her is behind it all. But the truth is more complicated and dangerous than she could have ever imagined. Sharon's investigation into the poisoner's identity has led her down a treacherous path, and her suspicions are starting to take shape. But despite the mounting evidence, Sharon remains convinced that one person is not the culprit, Phyllis Summers. Though Sharon and Phyllis have a long history of animosity, Sharon can't fathom that Phyllis would stoop to such a low and cowardly act of malice. After all, as much as they've clashed, Phyllis has always been a woman who fought her battles openly, never resorting to something as underhanded as poisoning someone. A confrontation, an unlikely alliance. Desperate to get to the bottom of this mystery, Sharon decides to confront Phyllis directly. The two women have been enemies for years, each one holding grudges, secrets, and unresolved issues. But Sharon's fear and determination outweigh any animosity she may feel toward Phyllis. Sharon reaches out, and the two women meet, exchanging words that feel tense, even fragile. Sharon, though still uncertain, explains the situation, the symptoms, the fear, the overwhelming sense of betrayal. To her surprise, Phyllis listens carefully, her own face darkening with fear as the truth begins to sink in. While Phyllis may have been a source of trouble in Sharon's life, she's not the kind of person who would sink to poisoning her, let alone going to such extreme lengths. The thought of someone else plotting against Sharon unnerves Phyllis, and for the first time in years, Sharon and Phyllis find themselves in an uneasy alliance. Their mutual distrust doesn't fade, but the reality of the danger both women face overrides any past grievances. Together, they realize that the person responsible for this sickening scheme is still out there, and they must work together to uncover the truth. Kyle's growing fears. A new threat emerges. Meanwhile, Kyle Abbott is grappling with his own fear and anger. The attack on Sharon is only the beginning of a more sinister plot, one that is drawing him and Claire deeper into a dangerous game of manipulation and blackmail. After spending some time reflecting, Kyle becomes certain that someone, a woman, has been targeting him and Claire as well. He can't shake the feeling that they are both being deliberately set up, but the question remains, who is behind the threats? Kyle's suspicions intensify when he recalls a mysterious woman he saw at the Thanksgiving dinner with the Newman family. She had been watching them, and her presence had been unsettling. Her eyes had lingered on Claire, and the strange feeling that something was off only deepened. Was she the one sending the threatening letters? Was this woman the key to the puzzle? As Kyle and Claire prepare for their wedding, they know that their future together is at risk. They want to start a life free from fear, but the danger lurking in the shadows threatens to tear them apart before they even have a chance to begin. The threat is real, and as they try to protect each other, they realize they are trapped in a web of deceit with no clear way out. The arrival of Ian and Jordan, a new chapter of chaos. Just when it seems that things couldn't get worse, a more menacing threat looms on the horizon. Ian Ward and Jordan, two of the most dangerous figures from the past, are about to return to Genoa City, bringing with them even more chaos and destruction. Ian, a man with a history of manipulation and violence, has returned to settle old scores. Jordan, his equally ruthless ally, is no stranger to causing havoc and playing dirty to get what she wants. Their arrival spells trouble for everyone involved. Ian and Jordan's motives are unclear, but one thing is certain. They are not here to play nice. Their return will likely escalate the already dangerous situation for Kyle, Claire, Sharon, and even Phyllis. No one is safe, and the stakes have never been higher. A battle for survival. As tensions rise, everyone finds themselves questioning their alliances and their safety. Sharon, whose life is still on the line, must now contend with an even greater threat than she ever expected. The woman who has been poisoning her is not just someone from her past, she's part of a larger, more insidious plot orchestrated by Ian and Jordan. What they want, and how far they will go to achieve their goals, remains to be seen. But one thing is clear: no one in Genoa City can trust anyone else. Kyle and Claire, preparing to marry, must now navigate the dark undercurrents of their lives. As they seek to build a future together, they must first survive the nightmare unfolding around them. Kyle's anger grows as he watches Claire be threatened, and the pressure builds for him to protect her at all costs. But the question remains: can he trust anyone, or is everyone a potential enemy? Sharon, Phyllis, Kyle, and Claire are all caught in a deadly game, and as Ian and Jordan make their move, the clock is ticking. In Genoa City, betrayal is always lurking just around the corner, and those who think they are safe may be the ones most at risk. Will the truth about the poisoner come to light before it's too late? Will Sharon, Kyle, and Claire find a way to protect themselves from the dangers closing in on them? Or will Ian and Jordan's return mark the end of their hopes for safety and happiness? Only time will tell as the battle for survival escalates and Genoa City's darkest secrets continue to unravel.